with another post-game recap as we just had a magnificent one, guys. Dallas Mavericks buzzer-beating, game-winning three by Luka Doncic uh, to elevate his team 109 to 108. That was absolutely spectacular. First and foremost, because they won both of the games on the road. It was a high intensity environment, and the two biggest killers on the stage showed up again. That was Luka and Kyrie. Matter of fact, you know what? Forget about it. We're just going to show you guys the actual play. Let me load it up here on the screen. But what a beautiful way to finish this game, and it was poetic justice because the fake defensive player of the year and Rudy Gobert was guarding the play, ironically. So here it is. Let's go ahead and watch it. Let me mute it. I don't want to get copyrighted, but as you can see, man, he had him on skates. That boy was on skates back and forth. He got the switch he wanted. Oh my God, hit him with the signature Lucas step back right there. Look at Rudy. He's helpless at that point. He's helpless in that moment. Oh man, that was a crazy finish to a playoff game to elevate again the Mavericks by a point. And there's nothing you can do to guard that. You see him all fiery. Who knows what was being spoken before? My guy Luka all fired up, man. You gotta love it. Kyrie in the background. Now Kyrie got saved. Kyrie got saved, guys, because Kyrie had missed 2 clutch free throws down the stretch. But that's the face of a killer right there, man. And that right there was absolutely beautiful as they elevated. But what a heck of a game. I was gonna do post game right away, but I had to go eat something because I had an 8, man. So. But seriously, man, that was I think that's a classic right there. Instant classic. 109, 108. They now take a commanding 2-0 lead back to Dallas. So now the Timberwolves got to try to win their first game in Dallas. Good luck with that. But remember, the series isn't over because Minnesota, you know what I'm saying? Because Minnesota actually has won on the road. Matter of fact, versus the defending champs 3 times. 3 times on the road. So can they do it? Yeah, damn right they can do it. Hey, what up, Kimiko? Appreciate you. What up, my boy Chris? It's a perfect time, by the way. This is a perfect time to get your Luka Doncic merch. All right, it's up on shopcourtkings.com. Go pick it up right now, man. It is the perfect time. Whether you get the Ant-Man or the Luka Doncic, no better time than this. But these playoffs have now taken it another notch. Now I'm curious. Think about this, guys. The 2 teams that may match up, again, it's still way too early. What's up, Die Hard? What's up, my brother? The 2 teams that might match up is going to be really intriguing. It could potentially end up being Boston versus Dallas. At least that's the way it looks early on. Again, still plenty of time to go. But if that ends up being the matchup, can you imagine the narratives, man? You want to talk about the Celtics? The Mavericks, man. Can you imagine what it would do for Kyrie Irving if he goes into Boston and elevates his team over the Celtics? Wow. That for his legacy, you got to start putting him in top 10 conversation if he does that, in my opinion. At least top 15, at least. All right. But it is Phone Call Friday, guys. I will go ahead and drop the link for anybody that wants to tap in. I know it's late. My bad. I got home a little later than I thought I would. But we'll be doing video game Fridays today as well, man, later on tonight. My guy D Free says, I told you, bro. He said Dallas has elite defense, top D at the end of the season, post deadline. You did say that. Absolutely. He said they are also the more athletic team. Believe it or not, it might sound foolish, man, but I have a feeling that these guys are going to show up the next game in Dallas. Now, if Dallas wins the next game, they won the series. Ain't nobody coming back down 3-0. But I think the Timberwolves are going to show up the next series. They're going to make it a heck of a ball game, and I look forward to that. But again, both of these games could have went either way, right? Mistakes were made on both ends. They could have went either way, man. Matter of fact, Kyrie almost choked, which I have never seen in his career. He missed 2 straight free throws down the stretch with a couple minutes left in the ball game, and I thought it was going to cost him. I was kind of happy for him personally that it didn't, because man, that would have sucked. Especially since Kyrie's been he's been a target for a lot of people to hate on. My guy James Caldwell, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, family? What's good?
Did you catch this classic banger game that was on earlier?
I saw. Luka turn the defensive player of the year into like what they make some kind of food or something. That's gumbo. I don't know. I know he's French, so Creole. So
He
I'm
cooked it.
playing.
He cooked.
Yeah,
He's a
cook
good
it,
deal,
bro.
man. Uh, and in your opinion, and I want to ask this question probably to everybody who joins the phone call Friday tonight: is this the biggest shot of Luka Doncic's career?
It's up there. It is up there because it's at this stage. It's at this stage because game two, you legit took you literally took complete home court advantage away from the T Wolves,
Yeah,
and you won it on basically a buzzer beater. So I would say yes. I would say yes. Now that Clippers won, I'm back in 2020. That was very satisfying when he step back. I believe it was over like Reggie Jackson or Paul George, whatever,
yeah,
and made
that's
it.
true.
But no, this is up there. This might have replaced that because he legit cooked the so-called defensive player of the year badly. So yeah.
Poetry in motion, bro. As we just saw in the video clip, poetry in motion right there. Um, this series right here, man, it's literally been back and forth. It probably has the most lead exchanges than any series in the playoffs. But let me ask you this: who do you think is better equipped to face off potentially? Because it's not over. Neither of the series are over yet. But potentially, which one of these two teams would you feel safer with going up against Boston and hopefully beating them?
Well, me as a taking kind of biasness out of it, I was going to say the T Wolves. I was rooting for the T Wolves, but honestly, I was rooting for both teams because I love both of these teams. I'm not really There's not really a winner or a loser with the well, obviously there is, but me personally, I would have to say right now it looks like the Mavericks. Reason why is because Luka has shown that he can cook an elite defense on many of occasions. Saw what he did to the Clippers countless amount of times. And me personally, I still believe even at this age, even with Kawhi aging and Paul George aging, they're better defenders than Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. So if he can legit average on an average like 32 to 35 points against that defense, I know he's going to make mince meat over over Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. And let's not to mention Kyrie. Kyrie, neither one of Drew Holiday or Derek White can guard Kyrie one on one. So they will have to legit double team him, which opens up more shots for both Derrick Jones and PJ Washington. So yeah, I got Mavericks.
Man, they calling it one of the best backcourts we've ever seen, man. You think that's an overstatement or an understatement?
Well, offensively, I would have to say maybe. Of course, they haven't won anything yet, but you still have to put, of course, being unbiased, you got to put Steph Curry and Klay Thompson up there as one of the best offensive backcourts there. You got to put I don't know. I really don't know. That's the only one I can think of right now. But no, I would have to say it's not an understatement. They still have to finish the job, but I would have to say yeah. I would have to say they're up there. They're getting up there because the firepower on that in that backcourt and the versatility on the offensive end where all three of those where they can score at all three levels. Oh yeah, they definitely going to cook any person that wants to isolate them one on one. So yeah.
Absolutely, brother. Great takes, man. Great takes. Again, thank you so much for calling in, brother, on phone
Of course,
call
bro.
Friday. Always a
I know
pleasure.
it's been a little bit. I know it's been a little bit, but I just wanted to stop by.
It's been a minute, bro, but I love having you on every time, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, bro. See you.
All right, brother. Have a great weekend.
You too, bro.
Thank you, man. My guy, James Caldwell, man. Let's bring in our next guest, man. Lakers all day, every day. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Can you hear me? I think your mic is
Oh
muted.
my bad. Yeah,
Oh, there you
yeah,
go.
man.
There you
What's up? What's up? What's up?
go. What's up, man? Did you happen to catch the game tonight? What were your thoughts?
Man. I mean, it was a good game. You know what I'm saying? Luca did his thing. You know what I'm saying? My boy Kyrie missed those free throws.
Mm,
I
Yep.
mean, trust me. We know that Kyrie gonna come back and make his free throws. We all know that. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So I'm not worried about Kyrie missing free throws like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a good game, but listen, there are levels to this. Let me tell you why. People talking about, you know what I'm saying? They talking about Anthony Edwards going through this. You know what I'm saying? He's the next Michael Jordan. No. There's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the first time they wasn't coming to find that's cool. But You know what I'm saying? Luka is top notch. Kyrie is top notch, right? Next year, you will probably see Anthony Edwards grow just like you saw Luca grow. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see this is I mean, Anthony Edwards is gonna be he's gonna do the same thing, but he's gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna make him better. You know what I'm saying? He should not be he you know what I'm saying he should not be sad or mad about it. You know what I'm saying? But this will make him better and make him, you know what I'm saying, realize that, oh, you know what I'm saying, I really have to have that killer mentality in the playoffs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No,
And
absolutely. You
mhm,
know what? I think Ant is ahead of the curve, man. I really do. I feel
yeah,
like Ant is ahead of the curve. Um, like you said, he's going up against two seasoned superstars. These are superstars, man. They've been in the trenches.
yeah,
They've been deep into the playoffs. Luca, this is not his first go around in the Western Conference playoffs. You know, he already paid his dues.
yeah.
He lost the last time around, and now he's looking to get his get back, right?
Yeah, so that's why I say there's levels to this. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You know
But
what I'm
it's not
saying?
over, man. I
No,
wouldn't write off
no,
the Wolves just
no,
yet.
no. It's not over. But hey, listen, it's kind of scary because having Luca and then Kyrie go off for 30 last game, and now Luca come off. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't guard that type of basketball because guess what? Anybody can go off any type of day. And low key, the big men for the Mavericks, they was out here playing good too. You know what I'm saying? The two centers.
Yeah,
So you know what I'm saying? If that happens again, and low key, you know what I'm saying, the shooters get hot too, then
bro.
that's scary.
I
You
to
know?
tell folks about that kid Derek Lively and how special he was going to be, and
Hmm.
he's absolutely more than what I expected. Like this guy
Yeah,
has a live wire.
yeah,
We were wondering he would be able to hold his own versus Rudy Gobert and Cat. Listen, you might argue that he's the best big in this series so far.
yeah. He is. But hey, you know what I'm saying? That matchup between maybe the Mavs and Boston, it's gonna be a great series if that happens because you know what I'm saying. Drew Holiday, he got a little defense in him. Tatum and Brown guys defense in him. So you know what I'm saying. Tatum can Loki just chill while Brown and Holiday play defense on Luca and Kyrie. That's gonna be a good matchup too. It's gonna be a good series if that does happen. But listen, but then let's check this out. Look, so this is why I don't want Trey Young is because to the Lakers is because look, this is the reason why because you're seeing it because look, the Mavericks and Kyrie, right? If, let's say we get Trey Young, right?
Right.
You see the talent that the Western Conference players have, right? And let's say we do get him with LeBron, it's gonna low key eat us up because guess what? All they're gonna do is back down Trey Young. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You have to go get a point guard like Dejounte. So guess what? You know what I'm saying? He can play defense on Kyrie. He can play probably defense on Luca. You know what I'm saying? Like
But
it's
look,
kind
look.
of you.
I'll say
What's up?
this. I
What's
get
up?
what you're saying. I get what you're
Hmm.
saying.
Hmm.
Luca, I'm sorry. Trey Young is definitely a defensive liability on any team he's on. However,
Hmm.
if I like it for me, it's the asking price on Trey Young. If they want three first
Yeah.
round picks, they want Luca. I'm sorry, they want Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura for Trey Young. They can go kick rocks. But
Hmm.
if they will take something more realistic, I'm willing to take him because this is a 25 point per game score throughout his career. He's a 10 assist guy, and he's going to get a lot more wide open looks playing alongside the likes of AD and LeBron. Now, defensively, we had one of the worst defensive backcourts in the NBA this year with D'Angelo Russell
Hmm.
and with Austin Reeves. The key
Yeah.
is going to be if you do trade for a Trey Young, you cannot have him in the backcourt with another liability because then it becomes a glaring issue, right?
Yeah,
But
and that's my problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you get a dude that has a defensive liability, but low key he's good on offense, right? You know what I'm saying? You need to go get.
it's one with dudes that are defensive liabilities as long as their offense outweighs what they give up on the defensive end. You know, guys
Yep.
like Curry, guys like Trey
Hmm.
Young can
Hmm.
win. I mean, it's not like Trey hasn't been to the Eastern Conference Finals. He led his team there, where they eventually lost to who was it? Who was it that they lost to? I forgot. Was it Milwaukee? Bottom line is Trey Young. I understand why most people don't want him, and like I said, for me, it's the asking price. But
Hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like he wouldn't help us tremendously offensively. Help take a huge load off of LeBron James' shoulders
Yeah, he would. He would. He would.
for the
He.
offensive end. But I mean, hey, it's a good opinion to have because we should be looking to get bigger. We should be getting guards that can
Yeah,
defend as well. I agree with
we
that.
need to
How many of those are available out there, brother, right now? How many guards you got on your mind that you could defend
just
the
just
high?
just just one, just one. DeJounte, that's it. Because it's hard. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Because low key, you know what I'm saying, all the guards that can defend and that, you
I
know what I'm
like
saying.
DeJounte Murray. I like
Yeah,
DeJounte
bro. Like that I feel like if we go get him, he's that type of dude that can low key help us and
Murray.
help LeBron because of his speed and his athleticism. And low key, when we played against him, he killed us because guess what? He hit two clutch shots against Austin and Vando.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? He can do it. He just needs to be the third star. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron, you know what I'm saying, is like, tired or whatever, give him the ball. He can, you know what I'm saying, he can get to the basket. You know what I'm
Chris
saying? We
Chris
need
got a
when
message for you. He says, "You forgot we still have Vando. Trey and Vando will be okay." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For me, look, for me, it depends on what kind of type of coach we get, and also not
mm,
only Vando, but Max Christie, I think, can develop into a nice two-way guard. You know what I mean?
thank you, Dan. Yes, you're right, bro.
That could be the one that goes alongside Trey Young. We never know. How
Yeah.
would a starting lineup of Trey, let's say Max Christie, Vando, LeBron, and AD look in certain spurts? Not always because we want to
Yeah.
have big man lineups, but
Yeah.
in certain stints, stuff like that.
Mm.
So
Hey,
we yeah.
Dan, before I go, they
Mhm.
had like some news about Kyle Kuzma. Would you want him back? Like, would you take him back because of his shooting and
I would absolutely take him back, but of course, what is going to be the asking price? That's always my question, right? Because it
yeah.
depends what they want in
Mm,
return. Like if they give us Kuzma and they want like Reason Rui for him, nah, that's a little bit of an overpay because Kuzma on this team here is really good because he is a two-way player, but you don't want to give up too much for him. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give up 16 points plus 13 points and a bunch of rebounds for Kuzma because now you're losing more production. Now, if it was something like, okay, let's just say they said Rui and a filler for Kuz, I do it. I do it because
mm,
Kuz is a proven winner. He's done it in the same system with LeBron and AD, and he's very versatile to the point where you could either start him or bring him off the bench. Now, so yeah, I'd most definitely love to have Kuzma back to answer your question, but again, it's going to depend on the asking price. I don't want to give up
yeah.
too much for him,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. You're right, Dan.
he
Hey.
would be a star,
Mm.
in Washington, but here he would turn back into a role player, because
I
he'd be
mean, Dan. I mean, from what I saw with Rui this year, I mean, he did okay in the regular season, but in the playoffs, he was a no show. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Having Kuzma, you know what I'm saying, that can low key drive to the basket, that could low key, you know what I'm saying, shoot the three, stretch the floor. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like low key saying, we didn't have a power forward or a small forward that could low key help us. You know what I'm saying? Like Kuzma could, because low key Kuzma, you know what I'm saying, he can shoot, he can get to the basket, and he can play defense.
Hmm.
Roy can only what? You know what I'm saying? Like he low key wasn't, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't here this playoff. So it's like if you just put Kuzma in Roy's spot, I feel like Kuzma low key would have shined.
Yeah,
You know,
I
he
mean,
low
yeah.
key would have shined a little bit
Kuzma's
because
the
of his
more
point.
proven player for sure. He's already helped us to a championship, so he's the more proven player than Rui. Rui
Yeah.
had a really good playoff run last year, though, and then he kind of fell off a little bit this year. But that's okay. He's a young player. It'll happen. He still hasn't found his true identity. Like Rui's still finding himself in the league. And the crazy part is, under the right coach and the right system, he could be really dangerous. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
really like his slashing game. I like the way he moves without the ball. He can spot up and get hot at times, especially from the corners.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, what I want to see him learn how to do more is how to put the ball on the floor with the intent of drawing in defenses and getting teammates involved. Because sometimes he gets tunnel vision. That's like
Yeah.
my biggest criticism for Rui. Uh,
Mm-hmm. But then
but
for me, I feel like Rui should work on that to what you said, and I
mhm,
think he needs to work on his defense because I feel like his size and his,
yeah,
you know what I'm
most,
saying, his, like, you know what I'm saying, his rebound ability, you know what I'm saying, I
mhm,
feel like he could be a defensive stopper. It's just that he has to learn how to slide his feet more, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, be quick. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he has the talent. It's just that
He
he
shows
he
flashes of it.
yeah.
We saw him do a good job on Jokic the first year we got him in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good job
Mm-hmm.
when he switched out on him sometimes. So yeah, he shows flashes of it, but that's what a lot of young people will do. In order for him to become a staple in this league, he's gonna, like you said, do it consistently And so I hope he does that because I like the kid, but I'm not sure he'll be here next year. We will see,
Yeah,
right?
me neither, bro.
Well,
Hey, yo, Dan, you have a good one, man.
appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call, brother.
No
Thank you.
problem, man.
Man, awesome callers today. Look, listen, there's gonna be hot topics of conversation going on here. My boy Chris, how you doing, my brother? Good to see you. He said Vando covers so much on the court. Yes, Dan, we can go overboard for Trey. I would love to have Trey Young, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Donovan Mitchell would have to be my first choice. Then Trey Young. People are sleeping on Trey Young. Trey Young is only 25. He already averages 25 points and 10 assists. Now, people are gonna say, well, the West is tougher, Dan. He won't average the same. Let me tell you something about Trey Young, man. He's a dog. Okay, even if he doesn't average the same, he ain't gonna be worse than 21 to 22 points per game and 7 assists. He's not gonna be worse than that. And that is an upgrade, especially if he can do that off efficiently. Now, Trey Young has never in his career seen the type of shots he will see alongside a player like LeBron James, like Anthony Davis. He ain't played with those caliber of players yet. So if he comes, don't be surprised if he actually averages his 25 to 26 with his 10 assists, because the floor spacing and just, I think him and AD and pick and rolls, people aren't really factoring that into everything, would be tremendous, would be absolutely tremendous, and it would be fun to watch. All right, let's bring in my guy, Darius Ford. What's up, bro? You there? Hey, there he is. My guy, man. He popped up. He popped up like an ad. Good to see you, man. What's cracking? Yeah. Talk to me.
How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Really quick, man. Hold up. Let me pause the chat because it looks like we got our very first super chat of the day. Thank you so much.
Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh?
That's my new super chat gift for the first one of the day, bro. My guy said, Dorothy, he said, I need a question bump. Let's chat. He said, I'm back, bitches. Oh, man. Thank you for super chat, brother. I appreciate you. What's the question, man? What's the question? I would love to know. But go ahead, Darius. Talk to me, man. How'd you feel about that? I mean, you were live with me. We saw it together, man, on playback. Luka the Don, is this the best shot he has hit in his career? Is this the one?
Yeah, it's up for debate right next to that game winner he had against the Clippers.
Right, absolutely. So which one was better? If you had to pick one right now, one that has to go. Which one's better?
I still have to take that one he hit on the Clippers. Like, man, that was just poetry at its finest.
The one he hit on the Clippers. What was that? The second round? I forgot which one it was.
First round.
Oh, it was the first round. Yeah, I'm taking this one over that one. I think this is the greatest shot of his career for multiple reasons. One, because he's already paid his dues throughout the West. He's lost plenty of times throughout the West, and now he's at the point where he needs to win. They're at that point. They got him the second superstar in Kyrie. He has his coach in Jason Kidd, and they're at that point where they at the very least need to get to the finals in order to call it a successful season, because Luka has come into his own as a superstar. And so at Kyrie, his whole career, he's been proven to be one. So I think this is the biggest one. And it was on the biggest stage. I'll take Western Conference Finals over first round. You know what I mean? and so I do believe this one elevates them. And let's just say they go all the way to the finals, right? Assume it. Let's just jump ahead a couple of weeks. They go to the finals and they beat the Celtics. I'm gonna speak it into existence. Please happen. I think we're gonna look back at that shot as the one that put the Timberwolves away. But if it does indeed happen, let's just assume that Minnesota. Because in order for Minnesota to come back in this series, they're going to have to win 2 straight games on the road, which they did again. They did it in the Denver series, but can they do it again? That's tough. It's not easy to win on the road, right? So, and I think Dallas role player is going to step up even more. What is your thoughts on Derek Lively, man? Is he the best center in the series so far?
Well, I've been telling you, us Aquariuses, we got to stick together.
Don't hit me with that, man. It's a yes or no question, man. Come on. Is he the best big man in that series right now? Right now. Gun to the head.
Yes, he is.
Wow. Think about that, chat. Derek Lively, who on the record here many, many times saying I wanted drafted to the Lakers, is the best center in this series as a rookie, chat. Oh, my goodness, man. Lakers, holler at your boy, Lakers. I need a job, yo. Holler at your boy.
Yeah.
let's see, my boy, Court King Chris, my brother said, Dan, bottom line is Lakers will be back next year. So we protecting our Lakers legacy. Oh, I like that segue. I like that segue because my boy just shouted out Court Kings, man. Shop courtkings.com. Y'all see what he's talking about right here, man. Y'all see he's very clever with the wordplay right here. Wait, hold up. Give me 1 sec. Let me go ahead and remove this comment. Check it out. That's exactly what my boy is talking about, man. Shout out to Court King, Chris, brother. Good hearing from you, man. Good hearing from you always. He said, hey, Dan, Joe here. I think the Lakers will pursue getting Trey and JJ Redick will be our head coach. I don't be surprised if it happens. It's clearly what the Lakers want, JJ. Yeah, man, I made a video earlier today, brother, breaking all of that down. So definitely check it out if you already haven't. I think Clutch definitely wants, you know what I'm saying? I think Clutch definitely wants JJ Redick for sure. I think they want him, bro. And I think it's gonna happen. Oh, is that your painting right there, Darius?
Oh, this is my petition for my doors.
Oh, okay. I thought my bad. I thought it was one of those paintings that like comes in different segments. My bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
but this is of course the story 9, and the one behind me.
Wait, you got one? Let me see it. Let me see. You did some work. My boy does artwork. That's what's up. Let's see. Let's see.
Of like cherry blossoms.
That was you?
Oh no, this is another one I have.
Oh, okay. I thought that was you, bro. I was about to say, my boy is an artiste. That's what's up, bro.
But yes, I am an artiste.
I know you are. I've been told. I was waiting for it. Oh, there he is. There he is. I see you. My boy. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Keep it up. Keep it up, brother. Keep it up. Die Hard was looking for you, Joe. Die Hard was looking for you today. He said, "Where's Trevor? Hey, you might go get him, Die Hard. You might go get Trevor back." Do you think this series is over for both the Western and Eastern conferences, man? Do you think it's Boston versus Mavs right now, Darius?
Not yet. I know it's 2-0, but let's see. The Pacers, they still got home court to go to. So game 3 is their game 7. And for the Timberwolves, they just gotta at least steal 1 or 2 in Dallas.
Yeah, I agree. I actually think the Timberwolves have to steal them both. I think the Timberwolves have to steal them both in order to make magic. You know, kind of how they did in Denver when they first started that series, and they stole both of those. So that was crucial to it happening and all of that good stuff, man. Thank you so much for the call, Darius. I appreciate you, man. Salute, my brother.
Are you going to cover that Pacers and Celtics game tomorrow or no?
Yes, I am. We will be live on playback tomorrow. Yes, sir. And you sir, are invited. Absolutely. We'll be there. All right, my brother. Sounds good, man. Have a good night. Unless you're going to tap in with me in the video game session I'm going to have after. But other than that, have a good night, brother.
I wish I could play you against 2K or in Madden, but
we'll be there. We'll be there. All right, brother. Have a good night. All right. We'll talk soon. Late. That's my little brother Laker Darius right there, man. Listen, he started out a Warrior fan. Now he's a diehard Laker fan. He doesn't miss a single segment, as you guys can see. Shout out to him. All right, let's bring in our donor, our super chatter, our my guy Travis Williams. What's up, brother?
What's up, bro? How you been?
Good, man. I like the shades.
Yes,
and he's got the bling. Look at him. He's got the bling in the shades.
Hang on, I'm trying to get this damn light to work. Hang on.
Oh, you're good, man. My guy's out here looking like Post Malone, man.
Oh yeah, man. That Luka got me fired up, man.
Hey, that was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun. I've been asking everybody who came in this, but I will ask you the same question. Did the biggest shot of his career, and where does this put him in your top 10 in the NBA right now?
Man, he's only 25, man. It's hard to say that's going to be the biggest shot of his career, but
thus far.
Maybe if they, get to the finals and win, for sure. If you actually think about it, Dan, seriously, if you actually think about the NBA, I think the Mavs have the best 2 closers currently in the NBA on the same team.
Wow. So by far, I think it's a far-gone conclusion. I agree with you that they are the best backcourt in the NBA today.
Not just backcourt, but closers. Like, they don't panic. They're generals. They're not sheep. Like, when everybody's out here, oh, we got a big run, all this, they're like, oh yeah, just wait, y'all gonna get tired.
Well, I want to slow it down a bit because I think we're giving them way too much praise right now. As far as like, I love both of them, but I think we're giving them way too much praise. As far as I've heard people already on the net saying that they are the best backcourt combo ever.
Oh
Offensive.
no! I mean, it's way too early. And honestly, Kyrie has too much. Whether right or wrong, he's got too much baggage for
You
that.
think so?
It depends on how he finishes, but he's definitely got to win another one without LeBron.
Yeah, well, I was going to go in that direction. I think we can revisit this conversation if the Mavericks actually win the championship this year. Then they can definitely enter, a top 5 conversation as far as backcourts go. But
But
go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. Sure.
No, I was going to say, what would be the key to the Mavericks not only winning this series but winning the championship overall? Like, what is the key?
Well, what's funny is if they had matched up against Denver, Denver would send them home. It's all about matchups this postseason, really. And Luka and Kyrie just know how to execute. And they've got those the trade man, their GM. I don't know who their GM is, but we need to hire him as our assistant GM. I throw the bag at him, they just have that like bring your lunch to work kind of feel. Like everybody's talking about Ant-Man, all this. They're like, okay,
So you think that factored into how motivated Luka and Kyrie are? The fact that everybody's talking about Ant right now?
Yeah, I mean, Luka's always played with honestly, think about it like this. I think both of those players have Mamba mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like they play with that, like, when it's time to shine, we're gonna be right here. And honestly, the Mavs are playing 5-on-4 because Gobert cannot score other than an occasional lob. I wouldn't even guard him.
Right.
And honestly, as bad as we hate on D'Lo, Towns is way more wishy-washy. Like
I agree with that. I agree with.
He is too naturally born talented to be this inconsistent.
Fun fact about you. Funny you mentioned that because they're actually both cut from the same cloth. They're both buddies, man. And game recognizes game. D'Lo and Cat, they came in the league and they became good pals. So,
I thought about this. What if we actually just flipped them this offseason? And I think it would be a win-win for both teams because they need more scoring. They got plenty of defense.
But they had D'Angelo Russell. Didn't work out for them the first time, so they wanted to get off their contract.
But I do think D'Angelo is, whether or not anybody wants to admit it right now, he has matured. He is a bona fide, starter level, at least during the regular season, point guard.
He's a really good point guard during the regular season, like you said. But I think it's more important, man, that we see his value in the playoffs. And he had 2 years to show it.
But I think he could feed Ant-Man really good. Like he's an actual combo guard. You know what I mean?
I think Mike Conley's a better fit for them, to be honest with you, because one of the reasons Ant has been able to grow so well is because he's playing alongside a guard who doesn't need a lot of shots.
No, Mike Conley's great, but he's old, man. You can't do it for the whole game. Especially all year long.
I mean, but even though he's old, his play style has never been athletic or quick or anything. So he's gonna have a couple years left.
Well, my point is, I just think that maybe the Lakers and Wolves should talk this offseason because
that's not gonna happen, buddy. I'm sorry. Like I usually agree with you. You have great takes, but in this case, we just traded for D'Angelo Russell. I think the league found out something about D'Lo this season that they didn't know. Is the fact that without LeBron, his offense looks a lot better with LeBron on there. He's not a very good off-ball player. Like if you just put him in the corner somewhere, he's not gonna give you the same consistency offensively. So he needs to be running the point full time. And with Ant-Man handling the rock a lot, I don't think that'll work. I think Mike Conley's more tailor-made for.
Yeah, but I just mean like for like the age thing. Like Mike Conley's not gonna be able to do it all year long.
Well, if that's the case, they want to get it. Ant is only 22. That's the case.
Well, forget the Wolves side for a second. Think of it like this: put Karl Anthony Towns next to AD.
Well, yeah, that'd be great, but it would take a lot more than
three first-round picks too, and they can get their picks back from the Gobert trade.
I don't want to trade for a Cat, man. I think there's going to be some serviceable bigs available at some point.
But you don't think that I mean, he's the most talented. Like he has all-star potential.
He's really good, but he's on a big stage right now. Let's see what he's made of. Right now, the first 2 games, he's kind of been, like you said, wishy-washy.
I just kind of think if you put him next to AD and LeBron, he'll.
So what would be the package that entices them to move off of Cat, in your opinion?
In my opinion, this is my main underlying point for the Lakers. They should not be trying to trade for a guard necessarily, unless it is a Donovan Mitchell or above. Like
I agree with that.
Like they need length, they need rebounding, and like look at the Wolves have 3 bona fide playable centers, and honestly, they should probably start Naz Reid. Like that mofo is good.
I agree. I've been saying that for a while. As far as I agree with you here. The Lakers definitely should have a 3 big man rotation. That means 2 starting big man and 1 coming off the bench, right? Very similar to how the Timberwolves have it. Now, we have 1 in Anthony Davis. Who's going to be the second one? It could be Christian Wood, right? He could be the one off the bench. Now we need a bona fide starting caliber big man right now.
They unfortunately, I like Hayes, but they've got to trade him.
I don't think they got to trade him. He'd just be a fourth stringer, really. Injuries do happen, and you're gonna need the extra body, right?
Well, I mean, I would throw him in as a filler in a trade.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying, like, I think the Lakers could do by maybe going out there and trading for somebody that could be a big body who could set tough screens, get rebounds, and score from time to time, but really do the dirty work while AD can focus on scoring and weak side defense. There's not too many big men like that available, but there's always a chance that the Lakers could reach out and try to trade for one.
Well, I just think about it like this. What if Gobert was on the Lakers? I feel like yes, he's got the size, the girth, but he cannot score. Like,
the Timberwolves aren't trading any of their 2 big men, from what I've heard, man. That's going to be their team moving forward. They got this far. They're going to try to add to it.
But if they get swept, something's going to happen.
I don't think they get swept. Do you think they get swept in this series?
Well, but here, think about it like this, right? Luka's knee is messed up, and if they win the next 2, they get 7 days off before the finals. So that's what they were saying on TNT or ESPN.
Yeah,
it's like that might be their goal is to, hey, we just win 2 at home, we're going to the finals. So I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying if I was the Mavs, that's how I would be thinking.
Of course, they have to think kill for sure. But the Wolves have already proven they could play with their backs to the wall, right? They win the first 2 versus Denver. They lose the next 3. Everybody's riding them off. Draymond Green said they look dead in the water. What did they do? They win the next 2. So all I'm going to say is I'm not writing them off yet. I get your point, though, about the Timberwolves. Of course, the Lakers would love to get another big man who can rim protect, but I think we got to look at the teams that aren't contending in order to get said trades happen. You got to look at the Clint Capellas and the potential buyout. You got to look at the Aquaman. You got to look at those type of players that could potentially be had for the cheap, brother.
I don't know, but we haven't had like buyout success except for the championship year. Really, we've had a lot of swings, but
remember this: there's the second apron. A lot of teams are overpaying for the teams right now. They're going to have to cut off some of the dead weight because not everybody's going to win a championship. So there's going to be a lot of teams. I'd say about 30% of the league is probably going to look to make trades to get out of the second apron, or they're going to look to, buy players out, whatever the case may be. Only the top heavy hitters are going to pay the luxury tax as long as they're competing, right? There's a ton of teams. You can count the Atlanta Hawks as one of them. That's actually why the Atlanta Hawks, you've heard rumors of them potentially trading either DeJounte or Trae Young. It's not because those guys aren't fits moving forward. It's because of the money, the big money that they're going to have to pay if they continue to accumulate these assets, right? Now they get another first overall pick. If that guy pans out, then they're going to have to pay him as well in the future. So that's the real reason why.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, to do a 2 guard heavy, team, it's got to be the right guards. It's got to be like Luka and Kyrie they really don't have a weakness other than Luka's a little bit slow, but I mean, what can't they do?
Listen, the trade they had at the trade deadline to add those 2 guys, PJ Washington at the wing and Daniel Gafford as a big man really helped them get to this point.
Yeah,
they're not here.
And for all those Darvin Ham lovers, he should have been fired, but they also should have fired Pelinka, honestly, because these other GMs are outworking him. Like,
Well, we'll see. I give him one more year. I want to see what he does this summer. Apparently, LeBron's not getting involved. Let me ask you this: do you think LeBron's getting involved or not with the Lakers rumors right now?
he's not getting involved, but they know who he wants. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's not rocket science. There's no home run hire out there. So just get his buddy and let's move on to the draft and re-signing LeBron and figuring out what trades we're going to make. I just feel like it's just going to be more noise the longer it drags out.
We'll see, man. It's going to be interesting this offseason. I have a lot of these phone call Fridays, brother. I always enjoy having you on here, man.
One more quick question for you.
Go ahead.
Super quick. Who are you picking? Whoever comes out of the West to win it all?
I was if Minnesota wins it. However, if Dallas wins it, I don't know, honestly, because I love the two killers that Dallas has, but they are going into Boston. Boston will have home court advantage.
Well, we got to pull. Yeah, we got to pull for them then.
Yeah, of course. We're pulling for anybody that comes out of the West. I'm a big Luka Doncic / Kyrie Irving fan, so I'll definitely be pulling for them.
Well, I mean, Celtics, we don't want them to get, number 18, right?
Well, yeah, like I said, I'll be pulling for either of the Western teams to beat anybody from the East, unless somehow Indiana pulls off a miracle, but doesn't look likely with the injuries.
Yeah.
So, yeah, of course, we're pulling for Dallas or the Timberwolves, whoever comes out. And actually, I prefer Dallas to finish this off quick, like you mentioned, because then they'll be fresh for the East, right?
Yeah, so, he's got to heal up,
Yeah. So that'd be great. I think Minnesota wins one of the next two games. I don't know what happens in the second one, though. And if Dallas wins that one, they're going to win the series.
Okay, so. Last thing, super quick. They were talking about it. They were talking about this game on TNT like they talked about the Lakers. They said, man, the first two games, the Wolves have been leading for most of the minutes. But the Mavs end up winning. And it says just like the Lakers and the Nuggets, where it's the team that's executing in the clutch. Like, yeah, they know they're going to go on runs, but they're like, we're going to be here at the end,
Right, absolutely. And I'll say this, man. You made a good point earlier about the playoffs being about matchups. You're absolutely right about that. However, I really don't think – I think the loss of Bruce Brown and the Nuggets getting overconfident, I never thought they were going to repeat. I called this early before the playoffs started. I never thought that the Denver Nuggets had what it took to repeat this year. And I think the West is going to be wide open next year again, because as good as Minnesota has improved, the Thunder are getting better. We don't know what John Morant's going to look like when he comes back to the Memphis Grizzlies. The West is going to be wide open. They're going to beat up on each other, and then the best one's going to prevail. I actually believe that the Lakers aren't as far away as the pundits are making it sound like. I think if we address a couple of things, I do agree with the wing and the big man depth. I actually prefer if we went that route rather than trading for a superstar, to be honest, because I don't want to keep depleting assets. That's how you set yourself back if you don't win the championship, right? So it's like win or bust. I don't want that. I want continue building without subtracting.
This is kind of a part of that. What do you think the NBA should consider just like taking the best 16 teams record-wise, because it's so lopsided right now? Like, I mean, the East is not even worth watching.
We have changed the NBA so much that would just ruin it for me. It's kind of like when they did the All-Star, just everybody pick a different player type thing. It kills it. Now, I actually think it works in the favor of the West, because they are so battle-tested that when they get to the East, to the finals, and they play the Eastern Conference team, it's not as big as adversity as what it would have been if they weren't. It's like sharpening up your tool shed.
Yeah, but especially with us being older, like, you got to get through the West.
It's
so grueling.
That's the beauty of it, though. Yeah, it's grueling, but if you make it, and remember, this was a criticism a lot of people said about LeBron, that he was in the East, and it was so easy every year, a cakewalk for him to get there. He actually came to the West, and he actually helped us to a title, so credit to him for that. But now LeBron can see how tough it's been in the West for Kobe Bryant and everybody else that came before them. So the West will always be the best, man, and I wouldn't change anything about it. And really, the East could have been competitive had the Knicks not got hurt. I had the Knicks actually beating Boston and getting to the finals this year had they been healthy. I think they had the pieces to do it. And if you look at the regular season matchup, I know it's different in the playoffs, but I think they actually beat them 3-1 in the regular season. So
is there any chance LeBron goes there? You know, remember he put the Knicks towel on and all that.
I think LeBron can do whatever he wants. He's he's LeBron. If he has a change of heart and says I didn't like the coach the Lakers drafted, the Lakers didn't draft Bronny with the second or first round pick, and so like if the Lakers really put their foot down, then I think LeBron will say, you know what, New York, I'm coming your way, or Golden State, I'm coming your way, or
Yeah, it'd have to be a sign and trade though. He's not playing for $5 million or nothing.
right, absolutely, and I think the Lakers would oblige if LeBron didn't want to be here. Of course, they're going to want some assets in return. Right?
Yeah, so at least we'll get. Yeah, I'm good either way.
To be honest with you, because now the Lakers would be
Younger,
from the clutches of clutch. So that's the only upside for me. But my prediction is LeBron will retire a Laker. It looks like we're going to draft Bronny and we're going to hire his favorite coach. So that's what it looks like right now. That's what it's looking like.
I'm mad though that Rich Paul came out and said that Bronny will not sign a 2-way contract. I'm like, you're saying we got to play you too?
Bro, they're saying it's gun to the head. Lakers. Again, this is all strategic in my opinion. And I know my good friend D Free.
Yeah, but it's nepotism. It's
it's exactly what it is. And LeBron and Clutch have always operated that way. Everywhere they go, there's a gun to the head to the general manager. If you don't do what I say, listen, he left Cleveland twice. What makes you think he won't leave the Lakers once? You know what I mean?
It's not even about that for me. Bronny's just not that good.
Exactly. But that's my point. That shows you how Clutch has his clutches on any team it goes to, man. It just doesn't. LeBron is a big part of that. I know they're not related to Clutch anymore, supposedly, because it's against the rules, but we know they're best friends and they're having these conversations all the time. What's his name? The guy from Clutch.
Rich Paul?
Rich Paul is basically a hand puppet for LeBron James. What he said was what LeBron feels. He also talked about how he doesn't feel Bronny should be penalized for his dad sticking up for him, and he talked about black fathers and all that. Let's not mix race into all of this. To be honest with you, we all love the way LeBron is a parent. That has nothing to do with Bronny's draft stock. You know what I mean? And so that's the problem.
And that's why they're mad, because these European dudes are out working them at their craft. Like Luka's got the best footwork since Kobe Bryant, like hands down.
Kobe talked about it too. He said the way we were raising American athletes was shit.
It's just who's the best. Yeah, they're wide receivers. They're not basketball.
They rely too much on their athleticism. And if you look at most of the superstars in the NBA, a lot of them do. I mean, you got Ant-Man, you got John Morant. Some of the young superstars, they rely a lot on athleticism. What happens when they get their first injury, though? You know what I mean? What happens then? So this is why it's very important, man, to develop the left hand, the right hand, the footwork, everything, right? The fundamentals of the game. And so, man, it's just interesting to me because I think the game in the direction it's moving to is finally coming back to a good place, because you have all this European mixed talent. Plus, you got these NBA players, again, going back to 3-level scoring, which is mid-range shooting as well.
Why don't they just let them play like this? Like don't call
like tonight?
Yeah, just let them play.
That was fun, right?
Yeah, like it's so much better than all the fouls. And
man, as a basketball fan, brother, that's all we want. We just want to enjoy the games. I really thoroughly enjoyed tonight's game, man. So hopefully, the rest of the playoffs will be like this and we can enjoy it. But big offseason ahead.
Yeah, I'll let you go, man. I know it took a lot of time.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for calling in, Travis. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Next time. See you.
All right, brother. Man, my good friend Travis was blinged out. I like to think I had an influence on some folks with the shades, man. I'm starting to see more shades on stream. So, you know what? That's pretty cool, man. That makes me proud. He said they said LeBron couldn't win in the West, so he came to the West to show everyone why he's the best. He won in the West for sure, but I need him to win one more in the West so he can really, really shut all the critics down. One more, and it can happen. It can happen, by the way. Most definitely can happen. So that'll be interesting to see. My guy Corking Chris says is Lakers for life. To me, hashtag Corkings, LeBron or not. Absolutely, brother. And man, we are very proud of the stuff that has been put out on Corkings. If y'all have not checked it out, what are you waiting for, man? We got some absolute freaking bangers. Shout out to my graphic goat, Chris, man, who continues to work OT, man, even in the off season. But we got absolute bangers. I just put in my own order of my own stuff, so you're gonna see me repping a lot of our own gear here on the live stream, man. But the number of bangers, go check out shopcorkings.com. This is one of my personal favorites. Blast on them haters. But yeah, man, it's just so much heat on the website right now available with free shipping. All right, guys, it's gonna wrap it up for me, but it's not over for tonight because we're gonna play some Call of Duty, man, over on Playback TV. So make sure you guys hop on over there. And I think I'll multi-stream for a little while. So yeah, definitely check us out. But don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you already haven't, guys. Please have a good night for those of you that aren't into gaming. For those of us that are, I will see you over on Playback. All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Go Lakers as always, man. I look forward to breaking down the whole offseason. All right. Peace out, guys.